Hello. Welcome in. Let me find myself here real quick. Always takes a minute. How is everybody doing? There I am. Fab. Okay. I'm taking pictures. I'm doing all the things. Why? We don't know why. Okay. There we go. Okay. Sound off in the comments. I even turned off the sound, but is it off? No. Okay. There we go. There we go. We have all the things. All right. I have to take a drink. Oh, I got those stupid allergies back. I'm treating them, but it's just not. I'm really afraid that I'm allergic to my cat because Kirby is kind of a medium long hair cat and love him. But the hairballs are unreal. Like, we call them fluffles, and they're just everywhere. And I really try to, like, Swiffer and clean and do all the things, but it's like you can't keep up with them. They're everywhere. So I'm afraid that's what it is. But I'm not getting rid of my Kirby, so I'll just have to deal with being on medication. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Who do we have on? Hi, Tammy. How you doing? Hi, Mom. Hello, hello. We had the craziest weather here. I think, hopefully you did too, Mom. My friend Martha was here, and we were in the craft room, and we were working on some stuff, and it got really dark, like dark out, and I was like, you know, they keep saying that we're going to get weather, but I think we're going to get weather. Like, they say it all the time. They put all these dramatic things. We're in a heat crisis and a thunderstorm warning and a flood watch, and nothing ever happens. But today we got rain, wind, hail. It was very exciting. You know, I think in one of my past lives I had to have been a weather enthusiast at least, if not a weather person. I don't know. It brings me joy. And you can tell that we are weird because James kept running out and like finding pieces of hail and bringing it in to show me. It was hysterical. And I was like, oh my God, look at how big it is. I can't believe it. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Crazy. Okay, so hi, Sandy. How you doing? Hi, Sherry. Hi, Terry. How you guys doing? How is your week going? We're at Thursday. Hi, Pam. How are you, my friend? We are on Thursday already. This is crazy. This week, I don't know what happened to it. It just kind of was a blur. I got a lot of work done, so that's good. And on our last live, I forgot to do the drawing, guys. What was I thinking? Oh, I don't know. I had it on my thing of things to do, and I even looked at that thing of things to do and didn't see it. No clue. It's fine. I updated our little wheel. We're going to do it. So I wanted to, you know, give like a bigger gift because I was like, well, I was an airhead and people probably tuned in for that. And then, you know, nobody reminded me, so maybe not. But so what I've decided is the winner is going to get to pick any stamp set that is available that they would like, and I will send it to them. So isn't that great? This is a reward for being a top engager, one of my bestest besties, one of my fam, one of my OG crafting ladies that support. We are up to a community of 350 followers. And I am so proud of that. And yeah, to get entered, all you have to do is like, comment, share, do all the things you're doing. You know, just be a part of the community. Facebook takes notes. They log everything, right? And they just let me know, hey, these people really are supporting your channel and enjoying what you're doing. And I take that list and I go, thank you. And I put it in a little generator and we spin a wheel. So it's a great, easy thing to do. And then at the beginning of every month, I draw a name and I give them a prize. So it's just something you don't have to think about. You don't have to worry about, did you enter? Did you do this? Did you earn whatever? Yes, just by being you and being wonderful. So let me pull that up real quick. So yesterday was my husband and my 32nd wedding anniversary. And he knows me so well because we don't really give big gifts. Maybe once in a while we'll go on a trip or do something big, but for the most part we don't. There were years when we didn't even remember until like the end of the month that the anniversary had passed. But it's fine, because if you're doing well and you're happy and you can make it this long, that's the way it should be, I feel. So, if life is lifing, you know, that's something that's like, happy anniversary, moving on. But he saw something, and remember I was talking about it's spooky season, it's Summerween, I have all the feels and vibes. He bought me a little, it's called a Teddy Bear. It's like this big. My favorite thing in life are jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkins, and ghosts. And so he's a little jack-o'-lantern, and he came in a little silk body bag. It was so cute. I know you're thinking that is not normal. I know, I'm weird. I can't help it. But so, and then he told me, so he handed it to me, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so cute. Thank you so much. And he's like, now I know I gave this to you, but Summerween is not really a thing. And I'm still putting the rule in effect that you can't decorate yet for Halloween. I was like, you crushed my hopes and dreams, but it's fine. I understand. So, no, I did not decorate for Halloween, but I'm representing, okay? Okay, let me find my thing. If I sound a little nasally or whatever, yeah, it's the crud. What are you gonna do? Okay, so we want top besties. Okay, I love doing this. Let me close it. Hopefully you can see. Here it goes. Oh no, I didn't put the sound up. Oh well, we don't have sound today. Debbie Crowell! Yay! I don't know if she's watching right now, but I will message her. So congratulations. And to everybody who didn't win, keep being awesome, keep being amazing, keep being my bestie, and maybe you'll win next month. Okay. All right, let me get back to where I need to be. Okay, here we go. Hi, Ruth. How are you? Hi, Karen. I think I got everybody. Here we go. I'm going to flip down. Thank you for all the happy anniversary messages. And I'll tell you all the things when we get down there. Here we go. Close your eyes if you get seasick. When I'm watching people's YouTube videos and they're doing this, it gets to me, guys. It does. I have serious, I don't know if it's because of my vision or what, but, okay. Oh, it's upside down. Here, I'm just waiting to get caught up. Here I go. Let me adjust a little bit. Bring you over the mat more. I don't know if that's going to help or be a mess, but we'll see in a minute. Okay, so what I did, I went on Pinterest and I was just looking at stuff as one does. And I saw this woman, she had a card that was a diagonal cut front, like so. And I thought it was smart. I don't know how she did hers, but I just liked the concept. So I played with what I had, and this is what I came up with. And I made a super simple way to do this where you're not going to have to do a lot of measuring or fussy cutting or technical cutting or any of that jazz. So I was pretty proud of it. So what I did was, you can see we're still using the Mixed Media Florals set. So it's, we're going to use this for the sentiments and the focal point or label, and then this for our flowers. You know, we're not reinventing anything. But because that sale is going on, this is what we focused, this suite is what we focused on. So when we do our card, let me bring our pieces in. I am going to use the DSP, and I changed the colors up a little bit. So I took a piece of that DSP, the one with the black and white dots and that, some of the strawberry slush, and we're going to coordinate with this paper. So it'll be a little bit different than this, but it gives you ideas. Work with what you have. You absolutely don't have to have all these, the things I'm using. If you have some sort of a label punch or, you know, a die, you could make a rectangle with your cutter, whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? Use your pretty paper and then a flower or a focal point or whatever you want to highlight for your card. Depends on the occasion and the set you're going to use, okay? Okay, I think I've explained it. And by the way, I think I did not introduce the show. So, hi, my name is Jessie Terry, and I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room, we do all things paper craft. Okay, moving on. I get so excited when you guys come on and I'm on. I just forget myself. Okay, so this is my method of doing this. Let me know if you have a better one, but I thought it was pretty good and pretty easy, okay? So the only thing with this, my card base, I did long ways. So you take your 11 by 8.5 cardstock, cut it right down the middle at 4 1/4. You're going to score it in half at 5 1/2. So it's going to open or have the hinge at the top, okay? Now, I would normally fold this and crease it down first, but we're going to do some cutting first. So just put that to the side. I've got my card insert here and some pieces. I cut a mat just not even a quarter, 1/8 of an inch bigger than my piece or vice versa. So this is the regular mat. It's 5 1/4 by 4. We do these for the insides of our cards all the time. It's one of those measurements when you work with an A2 card base, you're going to remember because we use it all the time. So I cut that for the front, but then I took my DSP and I just took 1/8 of an inch off, right? So that makes this 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, we're just taking a little bit off, guys. Now here's the crazy thing that I came up with. I'm going to glue this in place. I'm going to mat it down. And yes, we are going to be cutting this, but it's okay. It's not going to affect anything to glue it down first. You don't have to glue it down first, but it just made it so much easier. Everything lined up. I didn't have to worry about my paper slipping because we're doing multiple cuts at once today. Okay, so I'm going to mount that down. I'm going to bring our paper trimmer in. And I'm going to line this up with the front of our card base. Now I'm not going to glue this in place, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But I'm going to make sure it's down where you want it. So you're going to want an even frame all the way around your piece. You're going to want to hold it snugly in place. You're going to put the bottom right corner in your cut canal. We do stuff like that all the time. And you're just going to pull it up where it looks good to you, about the middle of the front flap, okay? Now we're going to sink our blade. Remember me talking about that? That's where you close the arm over what you're working on. You push that blade down into the paper and go up and back down. Make sure you are holding everything securely because you're cutting through 3 layers. All right, now, da-da-da, here we go. Easy peasy. Now you go ahead and you're gonna score that and give it a good burnish down. Okay, now we can go ahead and attach that piece to our card front. You can put that to the side if you need it for something else. And you're going to take this little beauty, you're going to line it up down here. Now, when I did my example card, I took that insert, I lined it up with this and used this as my cut guide, and I cut it. And that's very doable. But sometimes people get nervous. Diagonal cuts aren't always the easiest to line up. So here's my little trick, my little suggestion. Take this piece, mount it to your card insert, and glue it down. So everything is going to line up perfectly, and you're only going to have to make 1 cut for this card. What do we think? Am I smart? Did I come up with this? Or have people been doing this their whole lives and nobody told me? What is it, guys? What is it? I know some of you have been doing this for years and years and years, and you've seen it all. So if it's out there, you're going to say, yeah, Jess, we've been doing this. Or you're going to be like, my gosh, you reinvented something. Good job. I don't know. I like to do that. I like to see something that I'm interested in or I like the look of, and then figure my own way of doing it so that A, it's easy for me to remember, B, it's easy for me to demonstrate, and A, B, C, D, E, it works, you know. I don't like to struggle bus on someone else's ideas. So, that is what I'm telling you, my loves. Okay, so we're going to use the same stuff because I like the sentiment. So I'm glad we're friends. Let's put that anywhere, Jessie. I'm glad we're friends. And we're going to glue that down. So how is everybody doing? I know my friends in Missouri got a bad storm yesterday. I know Sherry's been getting weather. How's everybody doing? All right. Hopefully. Are you getting ready for summer? Okay. I am getting ready for summer, I feel. I don't know. I don't have much to get ready for, but I'm excited. I put the events, so our July live card making event is up. Make sure you go over and sign up for that. My local besties, I've put up this month's in person. I'm excited about that. Okay. Here we go. Just line it up as best you can. Look at how thin that glue line is. You just get it started and then drag your tip. You don't have to squeeze. You're not choking a chicken, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Look at how good that is. No struggle bus for us. So smart. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. Here we go. I've got a piece of scrap paper. I've got a little bit of fanciness here that I used the die set for, and then another one of those tags. Let me get, I'm gonna do, oh geez. I bought some new magnetic sheeting and I don't love it as much. It's not holding my dies. It's like, needs to be charged or something. What is that about? I know, I buy the cheap stuff. I should buy better quality, I think. But what are you gonna do? Okay, tap, tap, tap. Little fishy kisses. Get it good and inked up. I really think I'm gonna have to refresh this ink pad. Give it a little bit of cushion under those clear stamps. And a little bit of light pressure. You don't have to crush it. If you push too hard, you're going to distort that silicone. So you don't want to do that. Just a little light pressure. And you don't need that much pressure at all, really. If you let it sit for a minute, the paper will just absorb what you need it to. And there you go. Now, while we're doing this, I am just going to stamp my sentiment. I'll just get the stamping out of the way. So it happened. My son, Evan, got his Switch last night. All is right with the world. I don't know if you guys remember about the whole tariff scare and him not being able to order it. And, oh my God, I thought I was going to have to go track down a president and beg him for mercy. But no, it all worked out. We are fine. It's one with the world. And there you go. I'm just going to grab some colors real quickly. So I've got some pink. We want to bring in the strawberry slush because that's in here. We need some green because we have stems, right? And then I think I'm going to do, if I can find it easily, some cloud cover too. How do you guys choose what you're going to do when you color? Do you just kind of go off of what the image is? Do you use your DSP as your inspiration? What is your process like? I feel like I'm all over the place. There it is. Okay. I feel like I'm all over the place. We don't know that. Get this out of the way. Okay. So I feel like I've colored these before. We're going to go quick. Super easy, not a lot of detail in here, but I do want some color. So for our July's in-person, or not in-person, I'm sorry, for our online class, I'm going to use that totes. You know, the one where you make the cute little tote bag with all the things, because it's really just a lot of die play. So I put the event at the end of July because I had to work it in my schedule, but also I'm going to start now cutting all this stuff out because everything I need is going to be, you know, times 32. So it's a lot. Ooh, I missed one. It's a lot. But I was like, you know what? We're going to do this because it's super cute and super fun, summer vibes. You know what I mean? Like, that was the moment, I felt like. And just in case anyone already has it or wants to get it so that you have the sentiments and things, now you know. My gosh, can you hear my husband? He is so loud. He's all the way upstairs in his man cave talking to one of the kids, and it's like he's in my room with me. What are you gonna do? People live here. They do not understand. I need to build a sound studio or something for filming. Okay, so I'm not really gonna blend today. I'm just basically getting some color down. I'm gonna take that Darling Duckling and color in these. If you are interested in our Blender Club pens and would like to get in on my group, I have a group. It's on the Facebook groups. You look up Stampin' Blend Club, and I do a monthly package where you get 4 pens, 2 different colors. You get a bunch of coloring materials, and I make 2 videos, and you get a card kit. It's a whole thing. So we color together. I show you some tips and tricks and things, and then we make the cards. So it's a good time if anyone's interested. It's $35 for each kit. And it's not like an obligation thing. You can pick and choose. If you're like, well, I want to do it, but I already have those pen colors, you can just tell me I'd like to substitute out your month's colors for different colors and all that. So it's a good deal. Sometimes I do bonus things. Like last month I had extra pens because I wanted everybody to have all the in colors quickly. So I gave 3 in colors last month, and this month we're going to do the other 2. So just a little incentive, a little thank you for joining. Okay. So here we go. And I always find really good images to color, or I try to, you know, things that are interesting, not just flat. The colors for this month are Secret Sea and Cloud Cover. So you know we're going to be doing some water scenes and things like that. Okay. Now you could get super fancy with this. I just wanted to get some color down. And so that is where we are at. I'm going to bring in the Big Shot. Not Big Shot. I have Big Shot on the brain. Nobody knows why. It's a cut and emboss. We're going to call it the Big Boss. The Laverne. Laverne. And then I'm going to grab the die that coordinates with the stamp I used. And we're just going to cut it. Now, if your plates are kind of warped and used, or your die's been used a lot and they're a little warped, you might want to use some washi tape, mint tape, a Post-it note, something that's not going to mar your paper but will keep your stuff in place. Unless you're like me and you just like to struggle, you know what I'm saying? Like, some days, I don't know why I am the way I am. Be better than me. I tell you guys this all the time. Here we go. I got it. I knew in the end, if I just pushed through, I would get it. There we go. And my plates are kind of warped, but they're used often, and I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying? I know, Sherry, that's the story of my life. It's not too bad, though. It's not too bad. I'm not gonna cry about it. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Now we have our pieces, and we're just gonna build up the front. Now the whole point of this is that when you open it, you see that pretty paper right there. So we're gonna use this as our focal point line, and you're gonna kind of work with your flowers and things that you're working with to build the scene up on it. Remembering that anything that is over, you know, hanging over that fault line, you cannot glue or adhere down. If you do, you're not going to be able to open your card. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of stick that down. A little bit of sticky on there. And try to keep it as much on there as you can. Now see how this is skinny? And it's going to hang over. But when you place this over the whole thing, you're not going to be able to tell, okay? So now I want some dimension. I'm going to take some dimensionals and just pop up my life. Use those outer pieces. It's all good. It's all good. You don't want to waste. Right. And I'm kind of gonna cant this way. So it's still centered and a little bit leaning. And then I'm gonna stick this down Up here, don't put any adhesive there though. What did I do? I don't listen to myself like ever. No, I had it upside down. No problem. Look at that. Problem solved. There we go. Now, if you got some sticky and you don't want it to have a problem, take your embossing buddy and just tap a little powder on there. Same thing with your gluing if you need it. All right, and since we did our inside, super cute, what do we think? The last thing we have to do is just put those low profile dots on there. And for this one, I think I'm going to use the gold. Let me get my puppuccino out. And just dot them around the page. All right, now, there we go. The low profile ones, they are a little bit slippy because they're so smooth, but no problem, no match for me. All right, so here is the big question. Which one is your jam? The strawberry slush and black and white moment, or the blue secret sea? Which one? So blue or pink, I guess, is the question. I'll give it a minute. Dang it. I always lose the little cap for this, which is fine because I just put it in my little holder, but I try so hard to keep them. But if I can't, see a big thing like this, there's no way I'm going to see the little things. You know what I'm saying? Strawberry slush. Like both colors. Let's see. You like them both, Mom? Use the dryer sheets for detailed dyes. It works like... I have tried that dryer sheet method. I don't know why. It doesn't work for me. Like, I did it, and I just cut through the dryer sheet. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I do not know. Sometimes I just think, if I don't come up with it, I'm not going to be able to do it. I don't know. I don't know why. It just didn't work for me. Maybe it's my dryer sheets. I use Bounce. What kind do you use? I don't know. I did try it though, because everybody was like, oh man, that's the best. And I was like, I gotta try it. But no, I just cut through it. I made a big mess. And then I didn't do it again. All right, I'll flip up. We'll chit chat for a minute. Close your eyes. Okay. The sun is coming in on us. I forgot to put my shade down. So, okay, we got our card done. Not too bad, 640. What was I going to tell you guys? So Saturday at 2 o'clock Pacific time, so do the adjustment as you need it. We will be coming back. We're going to be doing a one sheet wonder layout. I sent it all to you, so if you want to cut it ahead, the thing you need to know is the first cut, so the 3/4 of an inch strip off the bottom when you're looking at your layout has already been done for you and is in your packet. Okay, So you're really working with a 5¼ inch by 6 inch piece. And also the second thing with that is you're going to do it twice. So if you layer your pieces, you can cut them together. If you're worried about them shimmying or sliding when you're cutting, just do them each individually. Okay? So that is that. Oh, my goodness. I have said a mouthful today. Oh, okay. So it makes the little bits come out. I'll keep playing with it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting something that it's not what it was supposed to do. Maybe that's what it is. You never know with me. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess because the dryer sheet got cut and I didn't expect that, I thought that would stay intact and you could use it over and over again, that I was like, oh, it just cut through it. It didn't work. You know, maybe that's what it was. User error. So, you know, you never know. If I have a brand new die that's detailed, sometimes I'll cut through a thin piece of paper and leave it in the die and then use the die on my cardstock or whatever. But I leave that thin piece shoved up in the die and it pops everything out and it makes it work so much easier. Have you ever had a die that you have to keep struggling to pop the paper out every time you cut it? I hate that. It drives me nuts. It takes up so much time. It can damage your paper that you've cut. And it could just be either it's detailed or it's really sharp because it's brand new. I don't know why. But that's my fix for when things are like that. So try that. See if you like that method. Yes, Karen, I did get hail today. I was so excited. James kept bringing it in. Martha was here, and we were sitting in here, and it was downpouring. It got super dark, and then I kept going, I really think it's hailing out. You know, I kept hearing it. We were looking out the windows, and then James came, and he's like, do you hear it out? And I was like, yeah, I think it's hailing. So, of course, he runs out there. And he's like, look at this. And he kept coming in with pieces of hail, going, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's even bigger. Look at this one. But I'm here for it. I love that. So I was like, and then I kept presenting it to Martha, like, look at this. Look at that. We have hail. Which I know she was sitting there thinking, but the street is flooding and my car's parked out there and it's hailing. But the hail, there was no damage. It was okay. But really, she couldn't move her car because the whole La Madre, we have behind my house is a major intake for the water. And because I live in the desert, when we get torrential rain, the ground is really hard and compact, so it can't just absorb it right away. It takes a minute and it runs. So all the water was going to behind my house. And so where she was parked, it was across the street from the house. It was high. She was okay. But I was like, well, looks like you're stuck with me. We ain't going nowhere. So it was okay. That only lasted like maybe 10 minutes. Now we have sun, blue skies, white puffy clouds. You know, it's never going to stay around for long. Hey, I found my thing. Why I couldn't see that when I was looking for it, nobody knows. Nobody knows why. But anyway. I don't know. That was the excitement for today. So I hope all my Las Vegas friends, I hope you went out. I hope you played in the hail. I hope you had a good time. I know we did. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I love you. I appreciate you. I will see you on Saturday. I will be in my craft room if you need help ordering the new, the sale that's going on. If you need help to get the most bang for your buck, give me a call, send me a message. I'm here. All right. I love you guys. Bye.
Hello, Jenny. Say hello.